evening and welcome to DeRidder Dragons football here on 95.7 KROK FM. I'm Sean Larken. To my right is Mr. Mike Iles. A little further down to my right is Derrick Lee. You've heard them two all season. You've heard me a couple of times sprinkled in here and there. Fellas, how are you this evening?
We're good. We're glad. I can't complain tonight. I'm glad you're here.
That's it. We have all taken the trip up north to Stonewall, where we are moments away from kickoff of the Division II non-select regional round of the playoffs between the 16th-seeded DeRidder Dragons and the top seed in Division II non-select, the North DeSoto Griffins. We were here a couple of years ago, Mike. We took the trip, and look, we talked about it on Tuesday. It got out of hand very quickly. Obviously, you're in a 16-1 matchup. The team you're playing is very good when you're the one seed, so you know what you're up against. I think the key for DeRidder is we break it down here against a team who has actually just finished their first perfect season in school history. They average 53 points a game, which is a lot. They are one of the teams leading the state in point differential. As we can go down the list, look, they're really good. This thing's been brewing for a couple of years. We were up here, like I said, 2 years ago. Same quarterback, same couple of cast characters they had then, and they've got this thing rolling. For DeRidder, though, y'all saw it last week. I watched it a couple of days later. As good as they've looked all year against Eunice in that first round.
Well, Sean, it was like I told the radio people, listen to us. I said it was a team that we hadn't seen play the previous 9 ball games. And so if they can come out and do what they did, it's going to be a hopefully close.
Yeah, look, I think last week they came out with tempo. They controlled the game from the jump. I mean, Eunice tried the short kickoff. DeRidder got it, great field position, a couple plays later, 7-0. Then they played defense. It was 28-8 at half, pretty much on cruise control the rest of the way. Offensively, what Eunice ran is going to be absolutely nothing like what we're about to see here tonight. It's not great as far as matchup-wise, I think, for DeRidder, but there are ways they can defend this. They got to tackle well. When you watch these guys on film, and they're really fast, obviously they're playing on this turf. Track's going to make them even faster. Quarterback's a 4-year starter. I told y'all before that we went on the air, he's probably, I'm not certain, but I can almost bet that he has the most starts in the state of Louisiana. You don't start as a true freshman in many places, and then if you do, most of the time you're not. So start at 50. Thank you. Hey, I was going to say, it was north of 40 because most freshmen don't start and they're good. So you don't get a whole lot of extras. They've had a few extras. So this guy's going to be seasoned. They don't really make a whole lot of mistakes. I think 12 turnovers total all year. DeRidder's got to come in here, and whether they take the ball first, we were here last time, and it got out of hand. It was 3 minutes in, 21-0, pretty much a wrap. But if DeRidder wants to hang around in here, I think they need to control the clock. Definitely don't need to turn the ball over. And look, you're going to have to get some stops if you can get the Griffins' offense to a 3rd and long. Got to get off the field when the opportunity presents itself. We talk about it all the time. When you're the underdog, you come in, you play with house money, right? Trip to the quarterfinals on the line, nobody expects you to win. I say this every time we get one of these like higher seeded matchups, the lower seed. None of us up here need to believe DeRidder can win, because we're not in the locker room. The only people that need to believe that they can do it is people that are about to step on the field here in about 10 minutes. That's usually just how it goes. You don't need everybody in the bleachers below us to believe that you can do it, because most of the time they probably think this is the last time they're going to see the Dragons play football this year. But the only people that matter are going to come out and run out of their banner here in about 5 minutes. So if you can not get out to a 21-0 deficit 3 minutes in and just kind of hang around, who knows what can happen? Because the way they played last week, if you can play like that and just kind of control your side of the football and control what you can control, who knows? You just line it up and see what happens.
Well, Sean, if you can run the ball and you can keep them on the sidelines, that's going to be a help. If you run the ball and every time you run it, you're running up the middle like we did in the first 9 ball games, they're going to shut that down.
Yeah, look, Connor Rushford, we've talked about it the last few weeks on the Gridiron Gumbo show, like he's hitting over 200 a couple of times. Javon Fairley, 3 touchdowns last week. He looked dynamic. The long one he scored looked exactly like the play he scored on against Manny earlier in the season. It just kind of opened up. He made a couple guys miss. You need those guys to be dynamic tonight. And like we said, they look healthy. They weren't healthy 6 weeks ago. You've started to kind of get some guys back that if you're going to do this, pull this thing off, you need those guys healthy, and that's where DeRidder's at right now. People still filing in over here, surprisingly. Look, y'all got here a little bit later. Y'all said they were lining up outside to get in. We said it last time we were here, man. It's beautiful facilities up here. DeSoto Parish, they've got, they've got buy-in and the funds to kind of get everybody's facilities looking right. That doesn't even go here, just here. Me and Derrick did the Rose Pine game against Stanley Tuesday. Stanley's got like an arena for basketball that's getting built with a jumbotron in it.
Oh, wow.
I don't know what's going on there, but like they seem to be doing some things right up here. But look, we are about 8.5 minutes, I guess, until kickoff. We've got a couple of teams in the area traveling. Leesville didn't have far to go. They're down at Sam Houston facing LCCP. We made the trip up here. Kinder Yellow Jackets are at home. They're playing against Kaplan. And, again, that's the three as far as just close teams that we cover that are here. But it's a trip to the quarterfinals on the line. North DeSoto about to run out of their blow-up tunnel. It looks like here come the Dragons looks like they're going black pants today. Black pants, okay. White helmets, white jerseys.
I'm loving the colors that North DeSoto has.
Yeah.
They're all red with the white helmet.
If you hadn't seen their logo or anything, they've got the Notre Dame logo for North DeSoto.
Yeah,
so
I like that.
Look,
if y'all were, did y'all see the Texans play on TV last night?
I didn't see it, but they were in red. I saw they won.
I mean, 8-7. They were glowing.
Yeah, that defense.
Helmets, pants, jerseys, the whole.
Well, the Saints are wearing some hideous uniforms Sunday in the All Blacks, but I'll keep that for Tuesday's show.
Oh, I can't wait.
Those helmets are just abysmal.
Hopefully it's not worse than the Packers did when they played the Panthers.
Oh, yeah, well, at least those are the 100-year-old ones. They're getting ready to come out of the banner to our left as North DeSoto on the far side. We are actually in the visitors' booth. There's a visitors' press box and a home press box. Like we said, we like that. We've got the North DeSoto radio crew next to us. Appreciate the help on the Delafield stat there where Luke started 50 games, which is, again, a ridiculous amount. He's almost like a fifth-year senior if he started every regular season game. Started five seasons worth of regular season.
And here comes the Fireflies.
They turned the lights out. I was terrified. I didn't know what was about to happen here. They've got the lights out.
The Fireflies, I like that.
Yeah, this is pretty cool, man. So
it reminds me of the what game did we play with somebody that was it Iles?
Yeah, Iles did that.
As they'll shoot some fireworks off here. They've got a little light show going here. Some red fireworks.
I hope they can see more where they're going than I can.
Dragons are running out in this as well. Getting some cheers from below us as they've got cell phones pulled out over to our sideline, the home side. You can flip that light off there. We get the full experience over here. There we go.
Oh, man.
There it is. So they're playing a little Inner Sandman by Metallica, and they keep flipping the lights kind of to the music. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool.
We shot fireworks last week.
Oh, I saw
It gave me a rush.
On the replay. Yeah, Leesville had them.
I tried to keep the door open.
Oh.
But he wouldn't let me.
Here come the Griffins coming out of the smoke machine with the blow-up tunnel. Fireworks going off to our left. You could probably hear them. And it is almost time for kickoff.
Don't this remind you of our game in Newton? How he was separated from the visitors and home side press box. The only difference is this one's indoors. We ain't got a metal grate.
I know.
As the fireworks go off, pyrotechnics going to settle. Smoke on the field. I'm sure that'll be practical as we get ready for action. But the Griffins head into their end zone to our right again in the visitors' press box up here in Stonewall. Not a very bad drive at all. All you got to do is just watch the speed traps on the way. But it is straight up.
171 going north.
That's it. Hour, about 55 minutes. You can kind of hit the speed a little extra once you get past Florine, but you got to watch out. Get past Florine and back into Zawali. They'll be waiting on you. In about 5 minutes until kickoff, they're going to do the national anthem, the prayer, all that good stuff. And, again, like we said, Dragons coming in with the win last week over Eunice.
Oh, that's what coming in crazy on the crowd.
Yeah,
I feel so bad for them.
It's going to take a minute. Yeah, everybody smoked out here under us. So what we'll do, we will take about a 5-minute break, come back by the national anthem and the coin toss and kickoff for the Division II non-select regional round of the postseason. It's the Dragons and the Griffins right here on 95.7 KROK.
You need a bank like a great oak tree with roots that run deep in the community and wide branching arms that give you comfort and relief knowing you're covered from the storm. Beauregard Federal Savings Bank is there for you. Their roots run so deep, they've been serving the DeRidder community ever since 1948. Their staff have been trained on the same values of quality customer service and personal treatment since the bank's founding. From loans to debit cards to IRAs, online banking, and other services, Beauregard Federal Savings Bank, 337-463-4493.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
April breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be
Reeling in the refunds.
limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
When Beauregard Electric Co-op powered up in 1939, its focus was on the future, always looking for better, more effective ways to supply electricity to our friends and community. In addition to this, supporting our local schools and students became key, as we know they would continue to fuel our future. Now, 85 years later, Beauregard Electric is still powering your life and continuing those traditions and morals. Beauregard Electric Co-op wishes all athletes a safe and successful football season.
Sick and tired of feeling sick and tired? Okay, you've heard that one before. The proof is people leaving the chiropractic clinic with a little higher step in their walk, a broader smile, and generally feeling better after treatments from Dr. James Jenkins. From an auto accident to years of discomfort, Dr. Jenkins and feeling better is only a phone call away at 337-463-7313. Even the initial consultation is free. Living without pain, priceless. Better quality of living is an appointment away at the Chiropractic Clinic, 304 North Pine Street in DeRidder.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
It's fall on the Bend, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors on Toledo Bend. Sabine River Authority invites you to head to Toledo Bend. Enjoy waterfront cabins at Cypress Bend Park or RVing at Pleasure Point and San Miguel Parks. There's plenty to do along Louisiana's largest waterway. Fish, boat, swim, and barbecue. Sabine River Authority, managing Louisiana's recreation destination. And this holiday season, plan a visit to Cypress Bend Park for festive holiday lights along the Bend. Sabine River Authority brings Toledo Bend to life.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
Football season at Benoit Motors, we're here to help you avoid the fumble and cheer every drive with unbeatable deals across all your favorite brands. Nissan, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevrolet, and GMC. Whether you're looking for a tough Ram to tackle any job, a sleek Nissan to drive the field, or a Ford or Chevy ready to rush through your day, Benoit Motors has the winning lineup. Don't drop the ball on savings. Our prices are touchdown worthy and our service is championship level. So gear up and head to Benoit Motors and let's make this season one to cheer about. BuyBenoit.com. With Benoit, every drive's a victory.
I just opened my student checking account at Barksdale Federal Credit Union and it was so easy. No minimum deposit, free debit card with reward points, and they waived my monthly fee for just showing my proof of enrollment. Even my younger siblings can open one with a parent. If you're a student, you've got to check this out. Score more perks. Open your student checking at Barksdale Federal Credit Union today. Check them out at bfcu.org.
Must be under the age of 25 and enrolled in school. Minors must have a joint parent or guardian on the account. Federally insured by NCUA.
Mr. Brent Rutherford and the staff at the Beauregard Parish Tax Assessor's Office are quite the sports fans and would like to wish all Beauregard Parish teams and athletes best of luck in their quest for bringing home a state championship this season. Mr. Brent and his staff at the tax office understand the importance of athletics combined with academics in molding the lives of our children. Best of luck to all area Beauregard Parish teams from Brent Rutherford and the staff of the Beauregard Parish Tax Assessor's Office.
KROK Southport Pulp.
Friday Night Lights, baby.
One in the quarters on the line here. North DeSoto, DeRidder. Then he lines it up.
And we're off. A deep kick.
Rushford's going to let that one go into his end zone for a touchback. You said it, Mike.
And that's why they stood in the end.
Why they were heels to the end zone there is Rushford thought about it and just let it go on over his head. So that's where Michael Parmley and the Dragons offense will start.
And speaking of Connor Rushford, he had a phenomenal game last week with 23 rushes, 215 yards, and a touchdown. And Javon Farley helped him with his dynamic.
Yeah, he had 3. Then they threw one as well. Parmley had a really good game here.
And they're all well. And this is a time to be well.
Yeah, you never want to be healthier than now. Trips to the near side.
Oh,
here.
that's quad.
There we go. Okay, then it split out another one.
Okay.
Parmley in the gun. Throw it out here. Merriweather's going to catch it. He's got good blocking up here. He's trying to make a couple guys miss, and they'll ride him out of bounds.
And that's good for the Dragons.
Bryce Evans on the tackle. Good start there. You want to get a couple of easy ones in.
That's a little gain of 6, so that'd be second down for the Dragons.
And that was a formation we hadn't seen all year.
Now they'll go quickly.
And we was talking about that pregame that DeRidder had to show their dynamics.
In the slot is Merriweather. This time they'll go to Rushford. Getting outside. He's got some running room. He's got the first down, and out of bounds he goes. But the Dragons move the chains. Pretty good 2 plays there for DeRidder as Rushford comes near side, gets a good block on the edge, and he's ridden out of bounds well after the sticks. They'll go ahead and move him. DeRidder ready to rock and roll here. We'll see where they spot the football. They'll spot it at the 32.
Why do they run to the short side of the field on that?
Well, if you get blocked, you see what happens.
Okay, 1st and 10 for the Dragons.
Twins to the far side.
Same play once again, and off to Rushford. Good little game. They'll bring up second down for the Dragons. A gain of 3.
And again, when you're running the ball, Dragons fans, you eat that clock up, and they're on the sidelines, and they can't score when they're on the sidelines.
1 minute in, opening drive here. Dragons on the move. Second down at about 7. Parmley looking to throw. He'll throw it over there. That was dangerous. Not a good throw there. He kind of led Captain Montgomery into the defenders. Merriweather out there blocking. That one got up the field, so it'll be 3rd down and 7.
And actually hit Merriweather actually in the back of the numbers.
Always worry about that kind of pass.
Yeah, that was dangerous. There was a couple of red jerseys over there on the far sideline. 3rd and 7, Twins to the far side. Into the near is Bryson Walker. They'll pop it to Rushford. He's looking to air it out. He's got a man down there. Oh, and that's interference. Holy cow, they didn't throw the flag. There it is.
Thank you. All right. Okay. So that's a good. So that's great for the Dragons.
Yeah, that flag came out late. It was the far judge over on the home sideline, but he was the one that should have threw it 2 seconds after the play. They get the interference, but more importantly, if you're North DeSoto, pretty heady play because that saved the touchdown. He had Montgomery.
To watch us do, Sean, all year long.
And I play defense. Sometimes that's a good play, but
that's a touchdown saver for now.
Yeah, it's not something that can cost you in the 4th quarter. That's something that you don't want to do in 4th quarter. 1st quarter, we'll allow that. We'll give that.
Coach Parmley and the Dragons into the bag deep here. 3rd and 7. Pass interference on the halfback pass from Rushford going to Montgomery, and again, he had 3 steps. Heads up play. 10-yard penalty. So, yeah, even better. It's not even 15. They'll motion and hand the ball to Bryson Walker. Bryson Walker, he's cutting up the field, and he's about a yard shy into Griffin territory he goes. It's a really good opening drive here for the Dragons. Again, aided by that 3rd down penalty, and had the right play call, got the interference, and now a 9-yard gain here. And it's 2nd and 1. Ball at the 46 of North DeSoto. High snap, and that is a drive killer.
That is not.
High snap, Parmley unable to handle it, Rushford unable to fall on it, Griffin's recover.
And that was Jonathan Perry on the fumble recovery. That's just a heartbreaker for the Dragons.
That is not.
And we were doing such a good job. That's okay, Dragons. Come on now.
And it doesn't seem like the crowd is too discouraged about that play. So now we see North DeSoto's offense for the first time in this first quarter with 10:31 left to go.
And the ball's at the 47-yard line.
48, they'll call it. And that'll be where Luke Delafield and the Griffins offense, which is a high-scoring offense. Miller Warren in motion as the H-back. They'll hand this one off, and Kenny Thomas is gone.
First play.
Wow. Kenny Thomas, watching him on film, he is the fastest player on the field, and he goes one play, 52 yards. Griffins 6, Dragons nothing.
And that's something, Sean, we didn't want to see.
Nope.
But that scares you.
That guy is fast. He played 7 games, and look, he was 60 yards shy of 1,000. He's got 1,000 now.
So went 47 yards up the middle.
52-yard gain for the touchdown. And now, Denny will line up for the extra point. And again, the Griffins, one play in after the turnover, they take it down. Denny lines up, waiting on the snap here. Snap down, hold down, and the kick is through. North DeSoto, one play, 52 yards. They capitalize on the Dragons' turnover, 7-0. Kenny Thomas into the end zone. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 95.7 K-Rock.
Honey, it's our favorite time of year, and I got you something to celebrate.
A McRib! It's just what I wanted.
Happy McRib season, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Actually, I was talking to my McRib.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave you two alone.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's. Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib, only for a limited time and only at McDonald's. At participating McDonald's.
4, 3, 2, 1.
North DeSoto goes 52 yards in 9 seconds, and they lead it 7-0. They capitalize on the Dragons' miscue. Again, a fumbled snap. First play after a 9-yard gain into North DeSoto territory. High snap, Parmley unable to handle it. Rushford unable to fall on it. And then one play later, the Griffins make them pay. So now it'll be drive number 2 for DeRidder. And they'll start, same place they started the first time, from their own 20 after the touchback.
Dragon fans, you don't see too many high school kickers kick the ball into the end zone.
No,
every time.
We've talked about it a few times. It's a weapon.
Wow.
If you've got it, you take the return game completely out.
He's phenomenal. And so we'll see DeRidder off for the second time in this first quarter. And it was a good start for the Dragons. It was just not a good ending.
Nope. Look, we said it. That touchdown saver for the moment loomed large as they fumbled the next play. They'll pop pass it here, coming near side. That's Merriweather, and he is wrapped up after a couple of yards. But again, Michael Parmley just had in that stat sheet there. Those are pass completions every time.
That was a tackle by Ethan Ivey.
Last week, Merriweather 8 catches, 45 yards, and a touchdown. A lot of those probably the same variety there on the little motion pop pass. Dragons going to look to the sideline here. Again, 7-0 North DeSoto. They had it for 9 seconds after the turnover on the Dragons' opening drive. Took it 52 yards. Kenny Thomas on the touchdown. The clock winding. Just a couple minutes into our ball game here. They'll go to the ground. Rushford looking for some running room. He's bottled up there. A couple of red jerseys got to him quickly. Working off that left guard, left tackle side of the Dragons' offensive line. And a third down.
They don't want to give the ball back to him 4 down.
No, it's 3rd and 6, just like that. Mr. Iles, you weren't blind. Look, this can get away from you really quickly. And you had a really good drive going, and then just a self-inflicted wound. North DeSoto made you pay, but now it's 3rd and 6.
That self-inflicted wound shouldn't have you discouraged. It shouldn't keep you from diminishing.
Rushford goes in motion over to the far side. They'll throw the tunnel screen into some traffic. Incomplete. 4th down.
And I'm not sure what Rushford was looking for. It was
the tunnel back to Merriweather. Rushford was kind of showing a little motion there on the edge. They came back to Merriweather, and again, the throw into the flow of the defense. So a couple of misfires early, and that'll bring up 4th down after a quick 3-and-out. Dragons just about 1:20 with it. Low snap. Rushford gets it off, though. It's a pretty good punt.
That's a great punt.
Excellent punt. Roll.
And that one will take a Dragons bounce and check up.
Wow.
Right at the 23-yard line. Man, that's a heck of a punt.
But he was almost in the end zone, Dragon fans. That was an excellent punt that time by Connor Rushford.
That was a great 52-yard punt by Connor Rushford. I think that's one of his longest of the season. It's always nice to get a great balance.
So now the Griffins will start from their own 23. And if the Dragons can make a tackle, it'll be a better start than the opening drive. If you joined us late, it took one play from 52 yards out for North DeSoto to capitalize on the Dragon turnover. Luke Delafield moves his H-back in motion. They'll go back to Kenny Thomas. Thomas with a cutback, now weaving in and out of traffic, and he is loose, and he will be ridden down by the collar. Didn't get pulled down by it, but that collar pull by Johnson allowed him to make the tackle, or that would have been number 2.
You know, that works.
Yeah, he was gone.
It's not a dirty play, but
the only reason it was is because he stayed on his feet, I think.
You know, if you got to piggyback a man to get him down,
yeah,
as long as he don't score.
Again, what a cutback. So 1st and 10 from the 49, just like that, North DeSoto on the move.
Oh, yeah, runs into the wall.
Thomas on the cutback, and he's loose again.
Makes a man, makes a cut, and then he makes 2-man fall.
He's gone.
And that is 6 again for him.
51-yard touchdown run. He's got 3 carries. He's got about 140 yards already.
He hit right into the middle of the line and then rolled out.
Yeah, he's got excellent vision.
And after that was all she wrote.
And it wasn't even really that. It was him to be able to stay on his feet, find space. But it was more of the cutback at the 30-yard line that made Zeke fall. And that's a college level move.
Yeah, now that's exactly a good way to put it.
And that's why they rated number 1 in the state.
Coda Denny lines up for his second extra point in about 5 minutes of real time. Snap good, hold down, and the kick nearly hits my vehicle out there in the parking lot. It's good.
I'll be assured.
8:34 left in the opening quarter. It's Griffins 14, Dragons nothing. We're back in 30 seconds on KROK 95.7.
Answer the call. Become an EMT in 12 weeks. Acadian Ambulance and the National EMS Academy are looking for dedicated people just like you to join their upcoming EMT class. With convenient hybrid training, you can become a certified medic and start saving lives. EMT positions are open right here in central Louisiana and across our 4-state service area. This isn't just a job, it's a calling. Seats are limited, so don't wait. Visit becomeamedic.com to get started. That's becomeamedic.com.
2, 1.
The Griffins have run 3 plays and have scored 2 touchdowns. That is not ideal if you're a Dragon fan. They lead at 14-0 with 8:34 still to play here in the opening quarter. Kenny Thomas, 51-yard touchdown run. He's had a 52-yarder, now a 51-yarder. A couple extra points, and the Griffins kicking it off yet again. Dragons starting to get late very early.
Well, when Denny kicks the ball out of the end zone.
This one's going to be returnable. Rushford catches it at the 4. He's going on the far sideline. Gets a couple of blocks. Still on his feet, and he's going to be tackled just shy of the 30. We'll see where they mark it. Again, 9 seconds on the first scoring drive for North DeSoto, 1 play, and then that one, 26 seconds just a moment ago.
When you're starting at your own 20, the 2 possessions that you had, and at least we got better field position where it's a 30.
27 is what they're going to officially call it. But again, Dragons got to put something together or at least keep the football.
And he looked like he have a sub at running back with Fairley.
Yeah, this will be Javon Fairley's first touch back there, and instead they'll throw the pop pass to Montgomery, and he is going to have to make something happen. He'll lose a couple of yards. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a loss of 1, but again, pretty good pursuit there by Porter Doyle, one of the leading tacklers for the Griffins.
That blows up my theory, run into the far side of the field.
Yeah, it's hard.
Got to be fast to be able to get around the corner.
Also, if you stretch it out, you can just stretch that thing all the way to the sideline.
And he was able to break that first tackle, but it was just that second wave of tackles that was able to bring him down.
Pretty good pursuit by Doyle, who leads the team. Total tackles, he's got 106, make that 107.
Second down at 12.
And go to Fairley weaving in and out of traffic. Still on his feet, he gets the corner. He'll be shoved out of bounds. But I think he's enough by about a yard to move the chains for the Dragons.
And it will be a Dragons first down. So it's not
here, whether it's
3 of his touchdown
or just minutes off the clock.
That works too.
Fairley's first touch is a good one. It'll move the chains for the Dragons. Gain of 10.
And Fairley and Rushford are just totally different runners.
And this will be Fairley again. He's in the clear. He's at the 40.
And that
35-30. 25-20.
That's the move. You keep looking back, and he's going to be tackled down inside the 5, and that'll be a great start for DeRidder on his third drive of the first quarter.
And they'll mark it.
Laundry on the field.
It's first and goal. Looks like they'll put it at the 6.
I honestly think that if he would have just tried to bang his head on the goalpost and not worry about the defender behind him, he could have probably got a couple more yards. So that would bring up first and goal at the 6.
Normally in the gun, they'll hand to Rushford. The senior lowers the shoulder pads and is stoned at the line. He may pick up a yard.
He stoned and stonewall.
That was Landon Berry on his, who I can really come out of that pile.
So whenever we get time, I want y'all to check out a Daryl Thomas, number 77. You see him. You can't miss him. He's a freshman.
I see him.
So throw the pop pass, and this one on the cutback, cutting up the field. That was blown up. Still on his feet is Walker, but he did a lot to make something out of nothing there.
Addison had him in the backfield. He just couldn't wrap him up.
That was a near loss of about 4. Instead, he'll pick up 3.
And it looks like they're going to be going to a heavy set. Grant Cooper comes in, and it's going to be just a push-up pile.
I can promise you this.
Hat on the hat.
Promise you this, Derrick and Mr. Iles, if they don't get it here, they're going to run it again on 4th.
It don't matter. Yeah. we got 2 more tries?
Yep.
I mean, what you got to lose?
Grant Cooper in. I believe that's Lasso in there as well, and that Tower T.
Oh, that's going to be a big man.
Farmley under center. They'll hand it off to Rushford. He cuts up, and he'll be stopped. Maybe a yard, but again, this is a good front on film. When you watch North DeSoto up front, they run kind of a 3 down. Right there, they were able to stack it up.
They run a 3-2-5.
Yep.
And that's great where you have Thomas in the middle, who's a big guy who can take up both sides of the A gap.
Yeah, if you want to look at why Doyle has 106 tackles, number 77. 4th down and goal from the 3. Dragons got to have it.
And it looks like Dragons will take their first time out the first half with 5:51 left to go in the first quarter.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Big third down here for the Dragons, trail by 14 on KROK 95.7.
You need a bank like a great oak tree with roots that run deep in the community and wide branching arms that give you comfort and relief knowing you're covered from the storm. Beauregard Federal Savings Bank is there for you. Their roots run so deep, they've been serving the DeRidder community ever since 1948. Their staff have been trained on the same values of quality customer service and personal treatment since the bank's founding. From loans to debit cards to IRAs, online banking, and other services, Beauregard Federal Savings Bank, 337-463-4493.
Trailing 14-0 to North DeSoto here in the Division II non-select regional round of the playoffs. Look, they've been stoned kind of up front. We just talked about it. What are they going to do here? Look, I think if you've got a play where you can play action, get the fullback in the flat, maybe
something creative.
I don't think you can run it right at the teeth here. Now they'll spread them out just a bit, but it's still Rushford in the backfield.
Looks like a Wildcat formation.
Yeah, he's in the Wildcat. Lasso with the H-back.
It looks like they bring pressure.
Rushford calls for it, trying to make something happen. He's stoned for the moment, and he's not going to get it.
And I think he's going to be just about 2 yards short. So that'll be a turnover on down.
I'm not going to criticize coaching staffs, but I didn't like the play call to just run right at him.
I mean, some creativity.
Yeah, he needed some motion to kind of clear the way. You can't just run it right at him. You hadn't been able to do that for 3 plays.
Clearly, they had 7 guys in the box.
Yep.
So and you only had 5. So I don't like those odds.
When you got number 77 sitting in the middle, that
makes up 2. They take up 2 of your tackles.
So North DeSoto take over at their own 3, but again, Dragons come up empty on the goal-to-go situation. Delafield under in the gun. He'll take the snap. He's looking to throw it over the top. He's got a man there and out of reach. On the fingertips of Miller Warren. He is the leading receiver on this DeSoto Griffins offense. He's got 9 touchdowns through the air. Actually, his game of the season came against one of the biggest game of the year for them as well, Loyola team that we had last year. He had 3 touchdowns against the Flyers. He also got 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 carries, 2 touchdowns on the ground. So
great tackle.
Good tackle.
That's Amari Willis.
Now, it's key for the Dragons right now. We talked about this in pregame. It's 3rd down and long. Got to get off the field here because if you do, you'll flip it, get good field position. Again, 5:27 to play in the opening quarter. You're down 14. 3rd and 7.
What do you do? You say the hell? Try to get some pressure?
I think you got to, but you got to watch out in the backfield there. You got one running back there is Thomas, I believe. It's still back there. You got 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. That's Braylon Moore to the near. Well, yeah, actually, Delafield looking to throw this way. He's coming near side. There was a good ball, and that one is going to be caught in stride, and down the sideline goes Moore, and he'll be, thought he was pushed out of bounds, but he's going to go all the way. Braylon Moore, a 95-yard touchdown, and North DeSoto, just like that, on 3rd and 7, leads it 20-0.
It was perfect pass.
That was a dime down the sideline by the 4-year starter, Luke Delafield, but that just cannot happen.
Well covered. Just hit him right in the run.
No safety help over the top. He found the one-on-one, and, like, again, he started 50 games.
He already knew where he was going with the ball.
Yep.
That motion.
There was no safety help over, so he just went after it, and look, great throw, great catch by Moore. And Moore just tiptoed the sideline. I thought he had went out maybe around the 40, 45, but he was able to stay down. I was waiting on a whistle. And now Dakota Denny lines up for his 3rd extra point of the quarter, and we are not out of the first, and that is not a good sign. Snap, hold, kick is good. And just like that, the Griffins' quick strike offense, which is averaging half 100 a game, lead it 21-0 with 4:54 left in the opening quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 95.7 K-Rock.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
Give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame. This is eerily similar to the way the game started when we were here last time, except a little bit different. It has been explosive on offense for the Griffins, who have scored on 1 play, 2 plays, and then 4 plays. I'm sorry, 3 plays. So that was a 3rd and 7. They go 95 yards through the air. Luke Delafield to Braylon Moore. And that was actually about a 40-yard catch and then 50 more run after the catch. So Dragons down 21-0, and Rusher's going to pick that one up off a hop inside his own 5. He's going to have to make something happen here. Gets out of the first tackle and falls forward. But again, it'll be deep in their own territory for the Dragons to start here. And again, we said it. They've moved the football a few times, but they had a 3-and-out in between. They had a goal-to-go situation just a moment ago. Stopped on 4th and goal from the 3, and then a couple plays later, the Griffins made them pay. So it'll be the own 14 for the Dragons here to start. 4 drives here offensively now for DeRidder, and that's not a great sign either unless you're forcing some 3-and-out. So they've got to keep it. They got to get out of the quarter, guys. Let's just say that.
They got the back to the goal. So.
Yep. Yeah, the own 14. That one, actually, I mean, Connor didn't do anything wrong because he thought that ball was going to check and roll into the end zone. It just checked and went straight up. They'll pop it out here and cutting up to try to get something here on that pop pass. I believe that was Merriweather again.
It was.
Yep. So he's already got about 3 or 4 catches here.
But if 3 or 4 catches, probably not even double-digit yards.
Yeah, he's probably got 3 catches for 3 yards, maybe. Because he hadn't been able to get loose except on one, and then I think he lost some yards on the other. But now he does pick up 4, so that yardage is going right up. 2nd down and 6. 4:15 and rolling here in the opening quarter. Dragons down 21-0. Need to sustain one and need to punch it in. Plumlee in the gun. Rushford gets it on the handoff. Nice little bounce outside. He's got some running room. Got a good block out there on the perimeter, and he is ridden out of bounds, but not before. He picks up a 1st down. That was a great block out there by Castle Montgomery. Working on the edge. And again, I don't think there was much up front. Rushford bounced it outside, and he's able to move the chains, the senior.
Great backs don't, when plays break down, they can find there's a little bit of wiggle room.
Yeah, look,
something out of nothing.
Instead of going down into the back of your lineman, he's able to just kind of make something happen there, and we saw it with, unfortunately, we've seen it a couple of times with Kenny Thomas. He's been able to change directions. Twins to the near side. Motion coming from Montgomery. They'll pop it to him. And he'll cut it up and get what he can. But you can start to see Derrick and Mr. Iles. If you see the ends over here from North DeSoto, they're starting to just stretch it out and make them cut it back. And they're cool with giving up 1 or 2 yards every time they run that. But they're just going to have to go to the well. They've gone to that well too many times.
I mean, when you have, Thomas in the middle, I would too. Just contain it, just keep it.
Yeah, like
don't let it get outside of you.
He's kind of dictating the middle, but all the ends have to do, and those outside linebackers is just not cheat inside. Rushford to the sideline over here for the moment. Fairley in the backfield. I'm sorry, that's not Javon Fairley. That looks like. Is that Cooper?
Yeah,
it is. Jake Cooper's in there, gets a touch.
Okay.
Yeah, we saw him middle of the year really step up as a sophomore and just, look, I feel like in the Manny game, he got about 40 carries in that game. But he gets the touch there, and it'll set up a 3rd and 6. He'll pick up 3, and he'll spell Rushford, and now Fairley comes in back there. Javon, again, he's had the biggest play of the game, and the closest the Dragons got to the end zone, set up that 1st and goal from the 6. Dragons are stopped on 4th and goal from the 3. 3rd down and 6. Conley the gun. He's going to roll far side. They're going to come back this way. And they wanted a flag to the crowd, but I don't think they're going to get one. Bryson Walker.
That wasn't going anywhere.
Trying to come back door to the tunnel screen. And, yeah, look, they're not going to – I don't think they're going to win with that there, and it'll be 4th and 6.
It's better off to run the ball.
And at some point, when do you just say you stop playing and just start? You have to go for it.
Think about one more drive.
Okay.
I think we're getting close. Rushford punts. We got a flag. Oh, I thought that was a flag.
It was a flag.
Okay, I thought that was either a flag or somebody's hand. This one not as good as his 52-yarder, but again, no return as we'll see the flag.
Offside, maybe?
If it is, then you might go for it.
Have a little steady. Hopefully.
It might be your phone, maybe. Just move it to the right, just a tad.
Okay.
There it is, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we will have an offsides.
So now I think that you will.
Yeah, 4th and 6 goes 4th and 1. I think
I'm going for it.
Derrick, now's the time. You have to be winning time. Is it next drive? Now's the time. I think you got to go for it here. You're down 21.
I think you put on your Dan Campbell hat.
Yeah, Dan Campbell would have went for it every time. Like, we wouldn't even be the first time. This would have been the 3rd time Dan Campbell's gone for it.
That's fun.
Really, Mr. Martin?
It's 21-0.
What you got to lose?
Yeah, you're down 21. You got to get it here.
I mean, and you're about at midfield.
Here we go. They'll go bunch.
And it looks like they're trying to drop on my side. Oh,
and
fake.
Nice fake. Parmley will give. Kind of.
Do like a fake push push.
Yeah, look, they kind of faked it. Parmley did a great job of carrying it out the back door, too, to kind of freeze those ends. And he gives it to Rushford on 4th and 1, and the Dragons' gamble pays off.
It was just a little head fake he did. Just looked like he was trying to give an audible to Rushford and a silent count.
Kind of like a crossbuck when I was playing ball. I was back in the door cages.
It was in that dirt.
Yeah, you had lights back then. They didn't have lights at Wrigley Field till the 80s, though.
I had a face mask.
Play action off the pop pass. Parmley looking for some running room.
Oh, get away from Thomas.
And he did a good job. Yeah, he nearly could have gotten a face mask call as they went up high on him. He was able to kind of evade that, but he does pick up some of the yardage, and he'll be at the 49, just shy of midfield. So a positive play. And if they did they throw the flag back there? We got the officials discussing. He was.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. Okay.
Face mask?
So they didn't miss the flag. I didn't see the flag thrown, but yeah, he was able to kind of evade a high reach for his helmet, and he got pulled, and so add on to that. So the Dragons go for it on 4th and 1.
I mean, when you're a tall guy, like, well, not a tall guy.
Yeah, look, Parmley's not tall, but the guy that was chasing him,
he was pretty big.
He had a couple of shoulder lengths, head, shoulders above him.
I'm glad that Parmley was able to get away because that would have been a nasty.
It looked like Garrett Nussmeyer a couple of weeks ago against Bama when he got his head ripped off. Because they weren't able to fully grab Parmley's face mask. So a face mask penalty after the offsides on the 4th and 6 have the Dragons in business. They'll hand it to Rushford. Nice little cut. He is in the clear. He's at the 20, gets the block at the 10, cuts it back inside, still on his feet. Touchdown, Dragons. Connor Rushford, 36-yard run, and what a cut about the 40, and then he dragged a couple of Griffin defenders with him into the end zone. And just like that, the Dragons now trail 21-6 with 1:44 to play in the first.
We moved the ball. We just can't get it in the end zone.
We were just shooting ourselves in the foot.
Look, you shot yourself in the foot on a couple of opening drives. Well, then North DeSoto returns the favor. They get a penalty on 4th and 6 that allows you to go forward, and then a face mask, and the play after the face mask, Rushford goes in from 36. The extra point.
The low snap is up, and it's good.
With 1:44 remaining here in the opening quarter, the Dragons are on the board. Griffins 21, DeRidder 7. You're listening to 95.7 KROK. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
When Beauregard Electric Co-op powered up in 1939, its focus was on the future, always looking for better, more effective ways to supply electricity to our friends and community. In addition to this, supporting our local schools and students became key, as we know they would continue to fuel our future. Now, 85 years later, Beauregard Electric is still powering your life and continuing those traditions and morals. Beauregard Electric Co-op wishes all athletes a safe and successful football season.
The Dragons get into the end zone on their 4th drive on offense. Again, the drive before, they were stopped on a 4th and goal from the 3. This time, Connor Rushford would not be denied. This is a little bit further out than 3 yards. He goes 36 yards on the run, takes a couple of Griffin defenders into the end zone with him. With 1:44 to play in the quarter, it's North DeSoto 21, DeRidder 7, and the Dragons will now kick off.
Hey, John, it could be 21-14.
It could. Look,
had the ball at the 3-yard line.
They had the ball with a 3rd and 7 at the 3-yard, or at the 5-yard line, and went 95 yards. Now the Dragons would go onside and nearly recovered. If they were playing the football, they get that. That was a great time to do it, and unfortunately, just missing it there was Aaron Woods. Look, he almost had a. He wasn't able to just kind of play it. He could have probably scooped it on the hop if he was ready. That was a great kick. But unfortunately, North DeSoto will get it. But you got to steal one of those possessions like that. I mean, that's, if you're down and you're the underdog, you might as well go for it. Dragons went for a 4th down just a moment ago. Went for a 4th and goal. So now, the only bad part is you're giving this high-powered offense of North DeSoto the ball at their own 48. With 1:44 to play in the opening quarter, Luke Delafield, who just fired a 95-yard touchdown pass, to move Thomas in motion, take it to him, hand it off to his other back, Braylon Larken. Larken bounces it out the back door. He's at the 40, cuts back up. He's got some blockers. He's into the clear. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Griffins. My goodness, both of these running backs, absolutely electric. Look, DeRidder did a great job on the initial point of attack to bottle it up. You said it about 2 drives ago, Derrick. Good running backs make something happen. And Braylon Larken did just that as he is into the end zone for his 22nd rushing touchdown of the season. This one, again, from 52 yards out and in one play.
On 2 of the touchdowns, if they would have just wrapped him up, he wouldn't have scored. On one of those, it wouldn't have really mattered.
That was just, like Sean said, during the play, he was part of the Red Sea.
Yeah. And then when he bounced it out the back door, it wasn't a whole lot over there in white. A lot of red jerseys blocking down the field, too. So now, the extra point is up, and it is through. Again, 12 seconds on the scoring drive for the Griffins, and just like that, they get that touchdown back. The Dragons scored. They now lead it 28-7. We'll be right back in 30 seconds on 95.7 KROK.
And tired? Okay, you've heard that one before. The proof is people leaving the chiropractic clinic with a little higher step in their walk, a broader smile, and generally feeling better after treatments from Dr. James Jenkins. From an auto accident to years of discomfort, Dr. Jenkins and feeling better is only a phone call away at 337-463-7313. Even the initial consultation is free. Living without pain, priceless. Better quality of living is an appointment away at the Chiropractic Clinic, 304 North Pine Street in DeRidder.
3, 2, 1. We'll be all night.
We had the injured player on the field, and he is up, thankfully. I think that was the long snapper, actually. It was. I think that was Briar Thorpe. I think he's the long snapper, if I marked it correctly when I was watching film. He is. Number 49. Glad to see him up.
Not easy to get hurt on the point after it.
You're supposed to protect that guy.
There should have been a flag or something, but
Kenny Thomas put on a show earlier in the quarter, and this time his backfield mate, Braylon Larken, gets in on a 52-yarder. And Kenny Thomas is headed to Ruston after this. He is going to play for Louisiana Tech. And look, he's going to be phenomenal. He could probably run track as well. He looks like the fastest player on the field, but man, Braylon Larken doing the same thing. So the extra point was good, and now again 28-7 here in the first quarter. If you had the over, you should cash your ticket here momentarily because this team here up in Stonewall averages 53 a game. We're not out of the first quarter. They got 28. They ran about maybe 5, but maybe less than 10 plays. They'll kick off from left to right on your radio dial. They'll kick it deep, and this time I think it's Merriweather that'll catch it at 5. He's looking to make something happen. Spins out of a tackle, gets up across the 20. Maybe they'll mark it at the 21. We'll see. But yeah, so K. Thomas, remember the name if you turned it on Saturdays, maybe in a year or two. He could be toting the rock for the Bulldogs up there. But you could tell, man, he's got a good burst. So they'll give the Dragons an extra yard. The 22 is where the DeRidder will start. Again, 1:26 to play here in quarter number 1. 28-7 North DeSoto. The Dragons 1 for 1 on the last one on the scoring drives column, though, if you're looking for some optimism. And they converted a 4th and 1, and then a face mask penalty moved it even deeper into Griffin territory. So on first down, they'll go back to the man who scored that touchdown, and Connor Rushford gets popped after he crosses the 25, but not before. He picks up a few yards.
Great hit by Ivy.
Yeah, he came up and filled that hole there. Ivy coming up that safety spot, man. He brought his lunch. Now he's got to limp a little bit. He might have got a little bit of extra on the receiving end of that, but
you got to walk it off.
Yeah, he's trying not to show off the limp.
I mean, he's right there, right next to the referee. You don't want to be limping.
So, 5-yard pickup for Rushford. And this time, it's a good play there at the point of attack. That's those linebackers. I believe Doyle coming up and Hayden Bell.
It was a good sliding tackle, but that looked like he dropped his hips a little bit. And that's not really a safe tackle.
No, I don't think they call it, though, I know, but it's from the trail. But, yeah, no, that's dangerous.
It's still, I've been on the end of those, and it's hurt.
Yeah, that is. So, no gain, 3rd and 5. Look like some early movement. They'll get the pressure. It's a good play call. Fairley makes the catch. He's got some running room. Gets out of a tackle at the 40. Cuts it back in and out, and he crosses midfield. That is a perfect play call. You said the pressure was coming. Derrick and the Dragons picked it up. Let the rest of the pressure come to Parmley. Floated it over. Fairley's had already a couple of big plays, and he picks up the first down there on 3rd down and 5.
The Dragons fans, we're moving the ball. It's just we can't stop them from scoring. And they score so quick, there's nothing you can do.
But Javon Fairley's looked really crisp here as the first quarter comes to a close. Dragons will play a 1st and 10 into Griffin territory. However, they trail on the scoreboard 28-7. We'll be back in 1 minute. So Division II non-select regional round of the playoffs on KROK 95.7.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
It's fall on the Bend, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors on Toledo Bend. Sabine River Authority invites you to head to Toledo Bend. Enjoy waterfront cabins at Cypress Bend Park or RVing at Pleasure Point and San Miguel Parks. There's plenty to do along Louisiana's largest waterway. Fish, boat, swim, and barbecue. Sabine River Authority, managing Louisiana's recreation destination. And this holiday season, plan a visit to Cypress Bend Park for festive holiday lights along the Bend. Sabine River Authority brings Toledo Bend to life.
Back here to start the second quarter. The winner of this game will face the 8-9 winner in the quarters. And just got a score update. Franklinton 10, Jennings 6. Dragons flip field. They're going from left to right on your radio dial now. And on first down, they'll try the middle of the field, up the middle, right into the teeth of the big freshman, Daryl Thomas. That guy is massive.
Yeah, we look like we got a player whose chin strap who broke.
Yeah.
He's as big as the front.
Alexander Rochelle, the right tackle. They'll be looking for some equipment as his substitutes run onto the field. Gain of 1. That's Antonio Castro that will run in for a play.
Maybe a play or two.
Rushford in the backfield to the left of Michael Parmley. Two receivers in the formation. They'll look to throw, but not before the play is blown dead. We'll see what the commotion is.
45 yards to catch your breath. Procedure.
And that was thrown by the far line judge.
We don't need any penalties.
So 2nd and 9 goes to 2nd and 14. And you said it. The only penalties you need are the ones on the other team.
Yep.
Try to get you a score update from Leesville if we can. Leesville LCCP playing at 16-15 prep is leading. Winner of that plays the 6-11 matchup. Vanderbilt Catholic, the 6th seed, the Terriers. So 2nd and 14, opening minute of the second quarter. Dragons trail by 21. They'll swing out to Merriweather, and it goes off his hands incomplete. Can't have that either.
It wouldn't have gone anywhere.
No, the clock would have moved.
And it looks like they got the chin strap fixed.
Yep. Back in goes Rochelle. Ian Castro gets him some run here in the playoffs. Back to the sideline he goes. I bet he was shaking out there. Ran a couple plays. Probably lined up and was probably shaking in his boots. 3rd and 14. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Dragons have the ball at their own 47. Play action. Parmley backing up. They'll throw the screen a little too hard through Rushford's hands. Might have had something develop in there, but again, a little too much sauce on that one. It goes incomplete. 4th down for the Dragons.
And that'll bring out the punting unit.
So a penalty kind of stalls the drive out.
Oh, it's a little fake. It was a little fake on a punt, and Zeke go get it.
And he is 10 yards short of the first down. So on 4th and 14.
Like I said, you're down 3 scores. At this point, you just throw something at the wall and see if you can get something out of this.
Yeah, so 4th and 14, the fake punt is 10 yards short. And with 10:50 to play, North DeSoto will take over at their own 48.
And Sean, this is where they've taken over almost every time they've had the ball.
Well, they've had it at their own 3. Other than that, it's been on 48. They had it at their own 23, and it took 2 plays. Delafield looking to go to the air. Some contact, ball well overthrown, but I think it was a little miscommunication.
And there's multiple flags.
Yeah, they threw the flags late, but, man, that ball wasn't catchable. Problem is we would have not known because there was contact in the route. They were trying to get it to the running back, Thomas. He was working on Javon Fairley over there, I believe. But, again, this is against the Dragons possibly, and it is.
There was the back judge and the back sideline judge. They both struggled to get their flags out their pocket.
Yeah, I mean, that was pretty uncatchable there, but there was contact. Problem is, I don't think we'd have ever known.
We've been lucky all year. We really haven't had too many pass interference calls against us.
I must have saw every one of them there in that Leesville game. Remember, they were throwing them left and right.
Every play.
So after the penalty, first down, Delafield goes back to the air. He is looking up top. He's got a man down there and just out of the reach of the intended receiver. That was Colt McClure over there on the far side. Look, they got a good group of skill guys here. Delafield, 24 touchdown passes. Hadn't had to really do much. I mean, they get up quickly and call it a day. And he'll throw again here on 2nd and 10. He spins it over the middle, wide open for the touchdown is Braylon Moore, his second. Both of them big strikes. This one from 42 yards out. Delafield second, Moore second, and it's 34-7.
I mean, when you do that, when you throw a fade ball 3 times, you tend to get tired a little bit. And, you can't blame Javon for getting tired.
Look, no, they aired that one out 3 straight times, and he knew he was smelling blood in the water, and he just told his man, Braylon Moore, to run down the seam, and he did that.
I cannot within 5 yards.
You know what's funny that Gaston just told me? They brought a sub in just to run that third route just so he didn't have some fresh legs in them.
That's it. They're just telling him to run as fast as they can to tire him out. So lining up for the extra point of the Griffins yet again to make it 35-7. And this one, again, getting out of hand here.
And 5 for 5.
And he drills it over the end zone bleachers. Minute and a half gone here in quarter number 2. It's North DeSoto 35, DeRidder 7. You're listening to 95.7 KROK FM. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
15 seconds. 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The Griffins now lead it 35-7. Delafield's second touchdown pass of the game. Second touchdown pass of the game to his receiver, Braylon Moore. He caught a 95-yarder on 3rd and 7. This was a 42-yarder. For the big play, Griffin offense that averages 53 a game.
And, you know, Sean Denny, the kicker, is not a very big kick.
No, but
he got a big leg.
Yep.
I wonder if he plays soccer.
We'll ask our neighbors to the left.
Okay.
Rushford's going to catch that one, and it brings him into the end zone, and here he comes out at 15, at 20, and he'll scamper on out towards the track near us. That's where the Dragons will take over, trailing by 28 again. It wasn't the same way that it happened the last time, but the Dragons, this is such a quick strike offense. And they've had opportunities this time. Mike, you said it. Last time we were here, the Dragons were 3-and-out punt. They've moved it. The problem is it's getting late very early. Now they'll start from their own 21.
Well, they substituted on that pass for a touchdown.
Yeah.
The back couldn't keep up.
And they substituted the guy who caught the 95-yarder. So you already know that the big playability is there. So Parmley has Connor Rushford to his left in the shotgun. Two receivers
the Dragons
split out.
Their own 30-yard line.
Ooh, and a good stick there, man, as Rushford gets to the 25, and that is it. Man, there's your guy again. Ethan Ivey brings a hat.
I'm loving Ethan Ivey.
Yeah.
Being a safety and being physical.
I tell you what, you don't see a whole lot of that anymore in the 7-on. I tell you, actually, let me say this. You don't see any of that up here in Shreveport area. There is no defense that gets played up here. But Ethan Ivey is killing all those stereotypes. They'll pitch this one to Montgomery, and again, stretching that out for not much.
That's Addison. And I'm loving that they're sending pressure on the edge with Evans and Bell, so they're basically doing 7-on-5.
Yeah, look, if you can't block them, it's a numbers game, and then all you just tell your ends to play assignment football, and as long as they don't get up the field and don't
Thomas control your center and your guard.
He's controlling the middle, and then you got Ethan Ivey who's just coming downhill.
This is a great scheme.
Yeah, this is a team that's played some really good defense all year, just giving up 17 in 10 games. Parmley's going to check it down. Rushford's got some space.
Okay.
He's up across the 30 and goes into third gear and lowers the boom, finishes the run, and it's first down. So, again, nice play there. Good job by Parmley going through his reads, not kind of panicking, and just finding the open receiver. And Rushford will run after the catch, gets him the first down. So the Dragons will keep it.
Great job by the O-line to hold up.
Yep.
Just give him just enough time just so he can scan the field once or twice.
Yeah, he was able to go through the entire progression route here and came back all the way to the near side to us. Rushford in the flats, not a soul around him for about 5 yards. And then he was able to put on the Jets. So 9 minutes to play in the half. Dragons down 35-7. They play a first and 10 at the 37.
Cooper is the back.
And not much doing there. Again, 77 is Thomas is a load, man. And I mean that in the most positive compliment way, because I wish that you know what that reminds me of? That's just Vince Wilfork out there.
Well, Sean,
that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
You're not going to run the ball up the middle.
No, not at 77. I noticed that on film immediately. They'll motion Merriweather. Merriweather has it, cuts it up, gets some good blocking. He's got the first down.
He's breaking tackles. He's carrying people.
And he's out into Griffin territory for a first down. Again, that looked like it was going to be bottled up about a couple of yards shy of the first down. Instead, he's able to make some moves and keep his feet and stay in bounds. First down, Dragons ball on the 30. Wait, nope, at the 40.
If it's the old saying, I didn't hear a bell.
That's it. Gain of 18. No, I'm sorry, gain of 28.
Okay.
They're at the 32.
Look at pressure coming.
Rushford gets it, trying to bounce it outside. Let's see how much running room he's got.
Oh, that should be
the only reason that wasn't is because he pulled his hand out But if he would have kept his hand in when Rushford hit the ground, they'd have tacked it on.
I guess he did, but he was able to, like...
Yeah, he did.
It was just the force of him pulling his hand out.
He also did see Connor just kind of go backwards. He was still kind of churning forward.
He tried.
And some hard running, and now Fairley comes back in. Fairley's had a decent night, as has Rushford. Rushford will come off.
Two different types of ball players.
That's it. Fairley's a quick twitch guy, and Rushford just running downhill. But we've seen some quick twitch out of him tonight. I was going to say, drink some of Javon's juice out there. Now Fairley gets it.
Oh, that's a face mask.
And there it is. Back judge throws it from
sideline judge.
Yeah.
Far sideline judge.
Far sideline judge shows it off. I was looking at the white hat back here behind me. He threw that one from Shreveport.
I think Sean threw his red flag. He hadn't taken his shirt off yet.
Not yet. It is hot up here, though. I have to figure something out. The air was blowing when I walked in here at 5.
The AC's down there somewhere.
Yeah, it's a couple places down. But like I said, I felt the heat earlier, and I was getting nervous. Felt like I was at Manny again. And we were into November.
Oh Lord.
Michael Parmalee with the assist on the flag. Back to the white hat who threw it from, he was standing at the 40 on the DeRidder, on the North DeSoto, DeRidder 40, and threw it, and it hit into North DeSoto territory. So another penalty will move it even closer into Griffin territory for the Dragons. Yeah, we've got a mythical matchup here in this playoff game. I'll tell you about what I had last week. This one's just as good. Merriweather in motion. I'll take it to him, give it to Javon. Javon bouncing it outside. He's into the clear. It's 10, the 5, touchdown, Dragons. Nice little motion there. They ran the play until exhaustion from Jaden Merriweather. He gets the fake going. They go out the back door. Javon Fairley into the end zone for the touchdown, and the Dragons use that face mask penalty to get closer. One play later, they punch it in. Luis Rodriguez back for his second extra point attempt. And that was, again, a good run by a healthy Javon Fairley. And some good pressure off the edge. That one's going to be blocked. So the extra point is no good. However, the Dragons on the board. 7:12 to play in the half. North DeSoto 35, DeRidder 13. We'll be back in 30 seconds on 95.7 K-Rock.
This football season, don't fumble your chance. We've got unbeatable deals at Benoit Motors. We're your one-stop touchdown spot for Nissan, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevrolet, and GMC, and so much more. Whether you're calling the plays with a rugged Ram, driving a Nissan that's ready to blitz, or cruising in a Chevy or Ford built to dominate the road, we've got the lineup that scores every time. No interceptions here, just game-winning prices and customer service that makes you want to cheer. BuyBenoit.com. Huddle up and head over to Benoit Motors today.
Get into the end zone for the second time tonight. This time it's Javon Fairley. Get in from inside the 20 after the penalty on Javon. Got his face mask. He was able to move it even deeper in. But a nice play design. Again, how many times have we seen Merriweather already on the motion get the pitch? And you can tell he's running in motion. He's exhausted. So they fake it to him, and Javon goes out the back door. It was kind of a squibber. Fielded at the 40 in the air and tackled just shy of the 45.
That was a unique tackle by Will.
It was really high.
It was just like more of a jump tackle?
Yeah, he jumped up and
he's trying to go low, kind
of like a spider monkey. I mean, he did. He just kind of climbed his back.
I guess you would say it was a hurdle for the defensive player.
So the Griffins will start at their own 44. Problem is, they started in some really good field position every single possession, with the exception of 2 of them. They'll send twins to the near side here closest to us. It's Moore and LaCour out here. Now there's a football on the field. They're just throwing it over to the DeRidder sideline. I was like, playing with one. Delafield's spreading it out, but you'll need 2 of them. They already scored good enough with 1.
Raiders had 2.
Dragons need a stop here on defense. 7:08 to play in the half.
They need a break.
They'll pop this one to Kenny Thomas. The future Bulldog's got some blocks. He's got the first down, and then he's tackled. He doesn't score, but he picks up 12.
For one of the first times.
That's okay. That was a good tackle.
It was.
Yeah, look, anytime you can get him down, because they've had him in space, and he has not been able to get him down. But we have a flag.
Uh-oh.
And that one might be a hold. Again, I didn't see the flag come out initially.
We've been missing a lot of flags.
We have. The problem is, we're on the other side. It's pretty, we talked about this in pregame.
Right.
It's well lit. Well, Barb leads West Monroe 28-7. Jordan Griffin putting on a show, man. If you hadn't seen that kid play, obviously on the baseball fields where he makes his money, but he could probably make double the money if he played both. But he is electric. So Barb leads West Monroe 28-7. We'll try to get you a Leesville score.
We either need a pick six or a fumble.
So they call the penalty, backs that long first down run up, and ball sits at the 34 of the Griffins. This is the furthest down and distance that North Dakota's had. First and 20. They hand it off. Thomas, little hesitation move. He stopped. Nice chunk. He'll get almost a little over half of the penalty yards back. Then the Dragons forward contact blows it dead. So he picks up, what are they going to call that? About 4-3.
And Zayna Scott was trying to go punch, peanut punch.
Trying to hold it out. Delafield goes far sideline. Catch is made by his favorite target, still on his feet at the midfield. Into Dragon territory goes Miller Warren.
And there's a flag.
Now, this could be possibly maybe face mask on the far side if you're trying to rip it out. You hope it's not if you're a DeRidder fan. Could be another hold. We'll see. Again, it's on DeRidder. Didn't see what the flag was, but I saw the white hat pointing. See, again, we're on the road press box, visitor's press box, so the white hat's going to show the home side to the PA announcer. It is against the Dragons, so that'll move it deeper into DeRidder territory.
Wow. We didn't need that Dragon fan.
I'm assuming it's got to be maybe a face mask or something trying to rip that ball out.
Or necessarily, because there was a little bit of drawing on that sideline.
First and 10, Griffins, after the penalty on them, had it first and 20. They'll throw it up top. It's got a man there. It's Ashworth, and a break for the Dragons as it falls incomplete. He had a step. Christian Ashworth in the slot there. They've been able to kind of have some success in the slot. But again, when you've got good skill guys, 3 or 4 different ones, and a couple of running backs, and the tight end's good, that's just pick your poison if you're the Griffins, and they'll line it up quickly here. Ball at the 34 of DeRidder.
And they're pretty going fast.
Delafield hands it to Kenny Moore. He's patiently waiting, looking like Le'Veon Bell, and they get him down.
That was good.
Unable to break out and bust loose there as the Dragons collapsed on it. Yeah, look, this is actually like 2 years ago, they were moving it way quicker than this. Probably they're only scoring in 1 or 2 plays now, so they go pace, pace, pace. 1 yard gain there, it says, 3rd and 9. They'll swing it out. This is going to be Miller Warren.
He's going to bring the pain to Aaron Woods.
And Woods with the tackle with the help from his friends there. Zayden Scott got in. So 4th down and 3. And I would expect the Griffins to go for this. This would be a big stop. This will go a long way for the Dragons.
It's the first time that DeRidder has gotten them to a 4th down.
There's a lot of movement. There is every bit of movement. That's what I was going to say. There were 3 different players that moved in the backfield.
And there was the whole
linemen. Yeah, 2 linemen went ahead and started to pull before the play even started. So 4th and 3 is going to be 4th and 8.
Looks like it's going to be like it was a direct snap.
They had Thomas. It looks like they motioned Delafield over, and then Thomas got it because they moved at the same time. I think you're right. Yeah, they were going to go direct snap, but initially I think Delafield lined up in the gun under center, and then he shifted. And they shifted everybody. They were about to throw some razzle-dazzle at us here. So 4th and 8 instead of 4th and 3. Break for the Dragons. See if they get off the field here. 5:23 and counting to play. Delafield rolling to the far side. They bring a little pressure off the edge. The throw is nearly hauled in with one hand, but incomplete. I think you can credit that to the pressure coming off the edge. Delafield had to throw it a little bit early and unable to make the one-handed grab is Warren, but we've got a flag in the backfield. Let's see. Hold everything, folks.
Surely that wasn't.
Hopefully it wasn't a horse collar or a face mask or anything. Didn't think roughing the passer, but again,
he ever got to him.
I think he had a hand on him, but I don't think he slammed to the ground. I was watching the downfield play of Miller Warren almost hauled that one in with one hand.
I was watching a corner, the nearest receiver to our side, and he was pointing at the corner, just trying. I was making sure he wasn't offside.
Let's see.
And it looks like the coaches are declining whatever the penalty will be.
So it'll be Dragon football.
That's all that matters.
Yep. So 4th down.
That works for me.
So 4th and 8, again, got to credit a self-inflicted wound there by North DeSoto. It was 4th and 3. They back up, 4th and 8. DeRidder sends the house off the edge.
5:18 remaining here in the second quarter. We're down 35-13. But we're still moving the ball, Dragon fans, and that's good news.
Yeah, that's been the positive. Look, I know the score is 35-13. It ain't because DeRidder's not moving it.
The score tells a different story in the film.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, North DeSoto has taken probably 15, 20 plays, but DeRidder's moved. They've only gone 3 and out once, I believe. Now they'll pop it out to Rushford. He's going to have to make a couple guys miss. He does get around over on the edge, but he'll lose some yards. Again, I think DeRidder's going too much to the well on that pop pass with the motion.
That was Bell who was able to bring him down.
Yeah, look, the drives were fumble after a bunch of first downs. The second drive of the game was 3 and out. Then the 4th and goal stop. Then a touchdown. And then a fake punt. So they haven't gone 3 and out but one time. So that's what you got to do.
We're on that play. That was a big defensive play.
Yeah, again, those ends have been able to play assignment football. They'll swing it out to Merriweather. He's got to get some blocks. Cuts it up. He'll pick up a few, and
You probably get back to
I was going to say maybe 3rd and 9.
probably back to the original sticks.
Yep, all depends on the spot here. Looks like they're marking him at 31. Maybe the 32. 3rd and 10, gain of 4. Right at it. Good eye, Derrick.
I'd run some of that play clock if it was the Dragon.
Yeah, look, because here's the deal. DeRidder had the football first.
Yes, sir.
North DeSoto, deferred. They're getting it. And there's 4 minutes and 5 seconds left. 3rd and 10 here. See what the Dragons have. They'll move Merriweather in motion. Take it to him. They'll throw the wheel route, and that one trying to get Rushford in between a couple of defenders. Good idea. Good throw into the void. Rushford just a couple of steps out of his reach. But, again, I don't think you could have threw that ball anywhere else. It might have been picked off.
I mean, Delton was the nearest defender, and he had a chance.
So the Dragons will send out the punting unit.
And, Sean, I was thinking about something. When I was a center in high school, I weighed 150 pounds. I'd hate to know I was blocking Thomas.
Hey, look, I'll tell you a story after this punt is fair caught at the 36.
I think I'd have just been waving at him.
All right.
Well, I can shout out our center my senior year, John Mark Holliday. He was every bit of 150 as well. He was a maniac. Everybody else on our offensive line was not 150, though.
I mean,
they were pretty stout.
My center wasn't 150, but he was the smallest. He was just a little pinball, but he definitely was a dog.
I want to say that, and I don't want to disrespect his name. I think he might have been an honorable mention All-State. Shout out, Mr. John Mark Holliday. They'll hand this one off to Larken. Latton's already scored once. He won't score here, but he'll pick up a nice gain. Looks like he gets it up across the 40 to the 41. But, yeah, we were big up front, guards and tackles, but we had a maniac at center, just 150 pounds soaking wet. Delafield, play action. He's going to the air. He has got LaCour there. He's got a step and right through the hands. And the coverage on the near side here
is amazing how accurate.
It was Case and Ware, I believe.
Yes.
But again,
and it looks like it looks like the coach is going to learn from his mistakes and get a sub in there. Get a sub in.
Yep.
And that's learn from your mistakes.
But now we got press coverage here. Yeah, look, I think you're giving him a breather, but also they might try that same play. But tell you what, Delafield, I saw him a couple years ago. He's got an arm, man, and his dad played baseball. He talks about that at Northwestern. They'll hand it off this time. Kenny Moore, and he gets to the 45. I think he may be about a yard short, depending on the spot. If they mark him at the 35, he's short by about a yard.
That's actually Kenny Thomas.
Oh, yeah. What did I say, Kenny Moore?
Yes, sir.
Kenny Moore, Kenny Thomas. Kenny Thomas is a football name, though.
4th and 1.
That's a football name. 4th and 1. They'll go to the ground again, and he's going to have it by about a yard. Like, he got it just enough. But I tell you what, that was a good push initially by the Dragons front. Put a first down.
And Dragons are playing a better defense than they played in the first quarter. Could have played any worse, though.
No, like when you only give up 3 plays and they scored twice on 2 drives,
Yeah, that's something.
So the 4th and 8 on the last drive is not converted. The 4th and 1 is. They'll hand this one off. That one's going to be Braylon Latton. He is dragging a couple of Dragons with him.
And Grant Cooper be able to just...
And Grant Cooper just kind of held on for the ride there. Got him down. The senior, Grant's had a really good year. This year has made some... Tell you what, I think it was the South Bow game. He had a couple of turnovers and a touchdown.
He looks for LaCour.
Yeah, Delafield going near side. That one thrown into the coaching staff over here. Almost hit my boy Sam Galloway over here on the near side.
That was good defense that time by the Dragons.
2:39 to play in the half. North DeSoto 35, DeRidder 13. And I jinxed DeRidder on the last one. That's the classic announcer jinx. What I tell y'all, they went 3 and out only once. They went 3 and out on the previous drive. Oh, that's a good fake by Delafield. He was in the clear. He's still bouncing it outside, giving a couple of stiff arms, still on his feet. Tell you what, it was such a good fake. It faked me out. Braylon Ladd, I thought had the football.
I was looking.
That's usually my go-to. I can kind of key him, but, man, let me tell you, this is a guy who hasn't ran it much. He's only had 19 carries this year, but he does have a couple of he has one rushing touchdown. The 26-yard is his long. That one might have equaled it right there.
He also have receivers.
Good jumping being on that. Nobody may know what that was.
Now he'll spin one out here, incomplete. That was Ashworth. Ashworth tried to hook up with him a couple of times so far, unsuccessful. He said a Mexican what?
A Mexican jumping bean.
I don't know what that is.
I'm saying,
If we look at that for halftime.
and you laid it down and it just bounced.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kind of like a popcorn kernel that ain't popped yet.
And that's what he did. He just popped and went in all directions.
Yeah, like we said, you mentioned he does have a receiving touchdown. They just kind of dialing it up out here. 2nd and 10 after the incompletion. We'll have a whistle and a timeout by the Dragons. Take a 30-second timeout. North DeSoto 35, DeRidder 13 on 95.7 K-Rock.
I just opened my student checking account at Barksdale Federal Credit Union, and it was so easy. No minimum deposit, free debit card with reward points, and they waived my monthly fee for just showing my proof of enrollment. Even my younger siblings can open one with a parent. If you're a student, you've got to check this out. Score more perks. Open your student checking at Barksdale Federal Credit Union today. Check them out at bfcu.org.
Must be under the age of 25 and enrolled in school. Minors must have a joint parent or guardian on the account. Federally insured by NCUA.
3, 2, 1.
The Dragons take a timeout. I believe they have one remaining. That's what the scoreboard shows. Surely they wouldn't lie to us. But again, it's North DeSoto 35, DeRidder 13 here. Griffins led 28-7 after the first quarter.
Brett went out on the field. 2 of the referees are coming to the sidelines. I don't know what.
I don't think he's arguing anything. I think he just maybe is making them more aware of some things. You know, maybe a guy's jumping early, or a guy on the line isn't lining up off sides, or hey, that guy's held my guy every play. Again, DeRidder, you said it. They played a little bit better defense in this second quarter. They got the Griffins to a couple of 4th downs, stopped them on one. But again, it couldn't have been any worse, for them as far as defensively in that first quarter. They were giving it up. It was like Oprah handing out touchdowns out there. You get a touchdown, you get a touchdown. But again, they've kind of dunked down here, and for the moment, what? Okay.
Yeah, looks like this one.
What's happening here? What we got going on? Little hullabaloo down there. We're ready to rock and roll here. Whistle has been blown. We're ready for action. 2:24 to play in the half. 2nd and 10. The Griffins will play. They'll motion. They go the direct snap to Larken. He's up into the second level. Spins out of a tackle, but not another. That was a little creative play. I thought it was going to the receiver. He faked it.
I thought it was a little miss.
Quarterback faked it, and then Larken gets it on the. He was going to be good at center there to pull that off.
I was in the first quarter. That play was scored.
Still Larken back there in the backfield. He gets the carry, and he's into the clear, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. Mike, you were just a playoff. That's all it was. He said it was a touchdown in the first quarter. He gets it the next one, and that is Larken's second, a little shorter than his first. First one was a 52-yarder. This one a little bit closer there as, again, the 4th and 1 converted near midfield.
And like Sean says, they get the ball at the start of the third quarter.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It is 41-13, extra point pending. Braylon Ladd into the end zone. Then he is going to have to see a leg specialist here tomorrow morning as he lines up and drills his 6th extra point of the first half. 1:56 remaining in the first half. It's Griffins 42, Dragons 13. You're listening to 95.7 K-Rock. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Football season at Benoit Motors, we're here to help you avoid the fumble and cheer every drive with unbeatable deals across all your favorite brands. Nissan, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevrolet, and GMC. Whether you're looking for a tough Ram to tackle any job, a sleek Nissan to drive the field, or a Ford or Chevy ready to rush through your day, Benoit Motors has the winning lineup. Don't drop the ball on savings. Our prices are touchdown worthy and our service is championship level. So gear up and head to Benoit Motors and let's make this season one to cheer about. BuyBenoit.com. With Benoit, every drive's a victory.
He's kicked off quite a few times and he's kicked 6 extra points. He's made all 6. 42-13. DeSoto leads DeRidder. 156 left in the half. And you said it. We talked about it a couple plays ago. Griffins get the ball to start the second half, so they might do the old double right before the end of the first. And the Dragons will get it here. They only have 1 timeout remaining. Rushford fields it at the 2. Coming out. Gets the block, cuts it up, and was maybe a missed tackle away from taking that one to the house. But instead, it'll be stopped around the 23-yard line. And that is where the Dragons take over.
And Sean, again, that's where we've been at. That's where we've been all night.
On 20, 27, on 20, on 22. And the reason you're at the on 22 is because Connor's coming out with those.
Yeah.
The one time he got started at their own 14, he was trying to let that one go to the end zone, and it checked straight up.
But he was close to breaking that thing.
Yeah, he needed one more block, and if he'd have got a missed tackle. So it'll be Parmley in the gun, Rushford to his right, and give to Connor. And he is not going to come out of the pile there, just a minimal gain. Again, a pleasure to have you with us here in the regional round of the Division II non-select playoffs, winner to the quarters. We'll keep it here as the Dragons take their final timeout. Fellas, y'all have seen this team all year. I've been along for the ride a couple of times. Obviously the Dragons they got their work cut out for them in the second half, but just get your thoughts on how the season has gone. Look, it's been kind of an up and down. It's been a lot of injuries. You see that Connor's healthy now. You see that Javon's healthy, and they've looked the part. They've been in the end zone a couple of times. So what have been your thoughts so far on those, especially in the later part of the season?
Well, I've announced home football games as a PA man. I've announced on the radio. I've never seen so many kids be hurt.
Yeah,
hurt all year long. And somebody just stepped up. And they did the very best that they could.
Yeah, they were dropping like flies.
Well, all year. We don't know what we would have been.
Yep. Instead, you go in at 5-5, you get the playoff win at home, which is always a good thing. And out of the timeout, it'll be 2nd and 9. They'll give to Rushford. Nice cut outside. Still trying to get to the edge, and that good open field tackle on that far side. There's your man again, Derrick. Ethan Ivey is all over the place. And that time...
Yeah, looks like Connor's going to get up with limping. That's not what you want to see.
No, we talked about health. Connor coming off a little gimpy. As I think North DeSoto takes the timeout. We'll keep it right here. But yeah, Mike, you said it, man. Week 2, we were going to Manny. And, look, week 1, they were down 2 punters.
I mean, that's what I was going to tell you.
Most teams don't have any punters.
I mean, we had 3 punters in one ball game. And it's just...
and I remember talking to Coach Parmley, and it says that, Coach, high schools don't even have usually one punter. They just put the best kid back there and kick it farthest.
And it's just like... And I don't know how Brad is doing what he's doing all year long, because that's the problem. Is just...
Obviously, yeah, and look, if the result tonight is what we expected with, the score, I think what you look at, if you want to take some positives out, you look at the guys that stepped up in this, time of injury. It was next man up, and sometimes it was who can do this. So 3rd and 7 after the North Soto timeout, that was a pretty smart one. They're going to try to get aggressive, maybe punch another one in here. Parmley looking to throw. He'll set his feet, find his man. That is Castle Montgomery, but I think he's going to be a little short of the first down. But yeah, look, I think Jaden Cooper, a sophomore, we saw him have some really good games. So that's a guy you can build on. I know there are some of the seniors, like Grant Cooper ran the ball well, even though he's not going to be on the team next year, but he stepped up and ran it well.
And you think about LaSalle.
He was playing right tackle, right guard, and now he was running the football. Now he's the H-back because Mason Havens is out. Yeah, look,
don't do that.
Yeah, Mason Havens goes out, a couple weeks ago. So LaSalle's been everywhere. He's ran it. He's blocked. Now he's shifting all around. You know what that tells me? It tells me he's a smart football player because there's a whole lot of guys out there, and this is no offense to those guys, but those offensive linemen, they could tell you what a receiver does on a play. Could tell you what, the tight end does. They just block. They know their job. But a guy that's that versatile, you're going to have a few of those on your squad. So the Dragons, after that final North DeSoto timeout, they will force the punt here. And again, North DeSoto trying to get another one before the half with 1:23 to play. That was, again, an aggressive move there by Coach Dunn. Snap's good, and Rushford gets it off. It's a good one. That one's going to sail way over the head of the returner and roll, still rolling on that turf there. And I don't think it's going to get quite to the 20, but they'll down it at the 21, so a good punt. And with 1:10 to play, the problem that I have there is, and they did use timeout, so that's fair, but that drive only took 46 seconds.
Well, you just
45?
Give up any more points.
45-yard punt. Rushford's hit a 52-yarder and a 45-yarder. So now, North DeSoto at their own 21. And I can say, if you want to take another positive, Rushford just punted the heck out of it out here tonight. You don't want to punt it, but when you do, you want to punt it good.
I'm pretty sure he probably has over 100 yards.
He got 45 on that one and 52 on the other one. So at least in two, he's got
about 95.
Yeah. And again, Delafield and the offense back out there, leading 42-13. He's going to the air. He's got a man down there, and it is going to be over his head by a couple of yards, trying to hit Ty Johnson. Johnson's been working into the mix this season.
He was wide open.
Yeah, he had a stab, 3 touchdowns this year, just 16 catches, but
and he'll go to the bench, and they'll send another receiver in.
Yeah, now Braylon Moore out there. 4 receivers in the formation. Delafield looking to the air. He's going to throw this one over the middle, and again, working that seam. He had Braylon Moore, but just a little too much sauce on it, and now 3rd and 10.
Both receivers have been wide open, Dragons fans, by at least 5 yards.
1 minute, 1 second left on the clock here in the first half. 42-13 North DeSoto lead. They will get the ball to start the second half. But 2 quick incompletions here. Now they'll face a 3rd and 10 with Delafield in the gun. He's going to the air again, and he's going to run the same play. He's got a man there. This time it is caught for a first down, and that's the toughest catch assignment Christian Ashworth's had all night, and he makes the catch, of course, just as fate would have it. And he's had a couple of attempts with the easier catch difficulty. That time he catches the one with the receiver or the corner draped all over him to the 43 on 3rd and 10.
Seconds.
And now a whistle and a timeout by DeRidder. They'll take their final timeout with 46 seconds. We'll keep it right here. We're going to go to the half. Kinder score over Kaplan 12-0, but they are in a lightning delay. So Ashworth on 3rd and 10.
Look, North DeSoto has a beautiful complex here. It's lighted field, white, artificial turf. We're in our own press box. When we got here today, there were people still lined up, paying to get in. You don't see that very often. But people will come to watch somebody if you're winning. So that's a good deal.
People love coming to support. And again, playoffs, always cool to see the community turn out. To 1st and 10, again, that was a 45-yard reception on 3rd and 10 by Ashworth. So now, after the DeRidder timeout, no timeouts remaining for either side. 46 seconds on the game clock here in the first half. I keep wanting to call North DeSoto Notre Dame. North DeSoto 42, DeRidder 13. Delafield going to the air. He'll get this one over to his receiver, Kai Johnson, on the little out route. That's probably the shortest completion he's had all night. They'll go quickly. It's a first down, and the clock will stop so they can get set. Twins to the near side, McCord and Johnson. There they go. They'll throw this one out. And a good pass break up there by Aaron Woods. He got a hand in there. Miller Warren had a step, but a good job to play the football by Woods. And it goes incomplete. 30 seconds to play, 2nd and 10.
The Dragons aren't ready to play defense. They're ready to run the ball. So you better be ready.
Already set, ready to rock and roll. 2nd and 10, ball at the 33. 30 seconds to play in the half. Now we'll see what's going on as we have a whistle. I think they just reset the ball. Maybe moved it back like a couple inches or so. Ready for action. Delafield in the gun. Play action. Looking deep. Got a man there. It's McCord, and Incomplete. Man, what a throw. He's got double coverage. He's just laying it in there for him. Couldn't have ran down there and handed it to him any better. But it's incomplete. 24 seconds to play. 3rd and 10.
I almost caught that back of his spears. He was out of the end zone.
So 3rd and 10. Let's see a big stop here for the Dragons, trailing 42-13. Delafield rolling to the far side. Now look back, still rolling. Good pressure. Hall bearing down on him. That one off the hands and incomplete of Miller Warren. So good back pressure on the back end. Forced Delafield to kind of come off platform there, and that one falls incomplete.
I tell you, Sean, Eric Hall has had a good year this year.
Yeah, he has. And I remember last year we were really excited about what he was going to do this year. He's played well.
He's averaged about 9 tackles a game, and that's really good.
Yeah, I remember he was one that you and Bubba were talking about. You know, they could build around this guy next year. He has really stepped up and had a good season. 18 seconds to play, 4th and 10. North DeSoto might as well go for it. They'll roll out, looking to set up the screen. They've got Thomas on the back, and he's got blockers. He'll patiently weave in and out of traffic. He's got the first down. Clock still moving with 7 seconds left. And they'll stop it with 3 seconds left, and North DeSoto will spike it. And they do with 2 seconds left. Delafield spikes it into the dirt, and they'll bring the field goal unit out.
And as well as he's been kicking, Sean, he may kick it into the...
That's what I said. It'll be interesting to see. Look, you might need this in the semis or, quarters, semis, finals. You got to get the lineup and kick one. This one will be a 36-yarder. Snap, hold, and the kick is going to be a wide to the left. No good. Had the leg, but started to kind of UFO saucer sideways, and that ends the half. So the 36-yard field goal attempt is wide left. And at the half, it is North DeSoto 42, DeRidder 13, and the Griffins will get the ball to start in the second half. But again, Dragons played a little bit better defense there in the second quarter, made North DeSoto work for it a little bit, but still trail 42-13 at the break. We will take a 5-minute break, come back, maybe get some scores from around the area, recap the first half, and all that and more. Again, halftime here in North DeSoto, 42-13. Griffins lead the Dragons. You're listening to 95.7 K-Rock.
Mr. Brent Rutherford and the staff at the Beauregard Parish Tax Assessor's Office are quite the sports fans and would like to wish all Beauregard Parish teams and athletes best of luck in their quest for bringing home a state championship this season. Mr. Brent and his staff at the tax office understand the importance of athletics combined with academics in molding the lives of our children. Best of luck to all area Beauregard Parish teams from Brent Rutherford and the staff of the Beauregard Parish Tax Assessor's Office.
Honey, it's our favorite time of year, and I got you something to celebrate.
A McRib! It's just what I wanted.
Happy McRib season, sweetie.
I love you.
I love you too.
Actually, I was talking to my McRib.
Oh, okay, well, I'll leave you two alone.
Celebrate McRib season with McDonald's. Enjoy the deliciously saucy McRib, only for a limited time and only at McDonald's. At participating McDonald's.
Answer the call. Become an EMT in 12 weeks. Acadian Ambulance and the National EMS Academy are looking for dedicated people just like you to join their upcoming EMT class. With convenient hybrid training, you can become a certified medic and start saving lives. EMT positions are open right here in Central Louisiana and across our 4-state service area. This isn't just a job, it's a calling. Seats are limited, so don't wait. Visit becomeamedic.com to get started. That's becomeamedic.com.
You need a bank like a great oak tree with roots that run deep in the community and wide branching arms that give you comfort and relief knowing you're covered from the storm. Beauregard Federal Savings Bank is there for you. Their roots run so deep, they've been serving the DeRidder community ever since 1948. Their staff have been trained on the same values of quality customer service and personal treatment since the bank's founding. From loans to debit cards to IRAs, online banking, and other services, Beauregard Federal Savings Bank, 337-463-4493.
Jackson Hewitt makes taxes feel like a yacht rock song.
April breeze, give me my biggest tax refund, please. You, me, and a lifetime accuracy guarantee.
And now get $100 just to try Jackson Hewitt. Does your tax person do that?
Say goodbye to that no guarantee tax guy.
Ready to sail through tax season? Go to Jackson Hewitt and you'll be... Limited time offer for new clients. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com.
When Beauregard Electric Co-op powered up in 1939, its focus was on the future, always looking for better, more effective ways to supply electricity to our friends and community. In addition to this, supporting our local schools and students became key, as we know they would continue to fuel our future. Now, 85 years later, Beauregard Electric is still powering your life and continuing those traditions and morals. Beauregard Electric Co-op wishes all athletes a safe and successful football season.
Sick and tired of feeling sick and tired? Okay, you've heard that one before. The proof is people leaving the chiropractic clinic with a little higher step in their walk, a broader smile, and generally feeling better after treatments from Dr. James Jenkins. From an auto accident to years of discomfort, Dr. Jenkins and feeling better is only a phone call away at 337-463-7313. Even the initial consultation is free. Living without pain, priceless. Better quality of living is an appointment away at the Chiropractic Clinic, 304 North Pine Street in DeRidder.
Are you paying your bank to hold your money? If so, it's time to make the switch to a bank with totally free checking. Sabine State Bank offers free checking with no fees, no minimum balance, no balance requirements, no analysis fees, and we still include check images in your statements without a fee. There is even a free small business account. If you really want free checking, stop by one of our convenient 45 locations. Sabine State Bank. Our goal, your future success. Member FDIC.
It's fall on the Bend, the perfect time to enjoy the great outdoors on Toledo Bend. Sabine River Authority invites you to head to Toledo Bend. Enjoy waterfront cabins at Cypress Bend Park or RVing at Pleasure Point and San Miguel Parks. There's plenty to do along Louisiana's largest waterway. Fish, boat, swim, and barbecue. Sabine River Authority, managing Louisiana's recreation destination. And this holiday season, plan a visit to Cypress Bend Park for festive holiday lights along the Bend. Sabine River Authority brings Toledo Bend to life.
This is District 30 State Senator Mike Reese, and I'd like to wish our area teams the best of luck as they strive to bring home a state championship. I would like to congratulate all of our student athletes for their excellence on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. I'm a proud supporter of all of our area teams, bands, cheerleaders, and dance lines. Best of luck to all of our area teams from your District 30 State Senator Mike Reese.
KROK Southport Pulp.
This football season, don't fumble your chance. We've got unbeatable deals at Benoit Motors. We're your one-stop touchdown spot for Nissan, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Chevrolet, and GMC, and so much more. Whether you're calling the plays with a rugged Ram, driving a Nissan that's ready to blitz, or cruising in a Chevy or Ford built to dominate the road, we've got the lineup that scores every time. No interceptions here, just game-winning prices and customer service that makes you want to cheer. BuyBenoit.com. Huddle up and head over to Benoit Motors today.
Back here at halftime for DeSoto, the Griffins lead the Dragons 42-13. The Division II non-selected regional round of the playoffs. Winner to the quarters will face the 8-9 winner. And again, it's for DeSoto. It's eerily similar to when we came here a couple of years ago. But kind of different. I guess same but different, you would say. Look, 28-7, or after the first quarter, 28-7. I think 3 plays, 2 scores for the Griffins in their first 2 offensive drives. The Dragons, the one thing that is different, they have had a couple 3-and-outs, but they are not going 3-and-out. They have moved the ball, and it started with the opening drive. They get a 3rd and 7 Coach Parmley starts to pull out the kitchen sink on the first drive. They get a halfback pass. Rushford throws it. He had a wide open receiver and a heads-up play. You know, we talked about it in the moment. It was a touchdown saver because the corner just tackled the receiver, and that ended up being the difference because the next play, the Dragons get a high snap and turn it over. So that saved the touchdown because that would have probably been a big play, possibly a touchdown. You have no ties. Mr. Iles has all the ties to this school. I don't think there's anyone that enjoys doing this more than you, or else you wouldn't do it anymore.
Right.
And I appreciate you still sticking with it as well. And it makes me sleep a lot easier knowing that I got two people here that are capable of doing this and enjoy it. You know, unfortunately, the season ends tonight, but I do want to say how much I appreciate all you guys done this season.
Well, we appreciate
I appreciate y'all, too.
And look, how about the man that serves the coffee with the spoon?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's right.
I was going to say, y'all been with him all year. I've had him a few times.
We love you.
Roger Boland, shout out. He is, again, back at the station.
The man with the plan.
Wouldn't be possible without him. Obviously, it wouldn't be possible without you two guys. And for the last time on this station this season, the Dragons do fall 56-13 in the second round. However, if you want to keep listening to me and Derrick, we're on today's Country 105.7, our sister station. We'll be on Tuesday night for the Gridiron Gumbo Show. We'll break down this game, all the other games in the area. And then we started basketball season this past week, so you'll be able to hear more of Derrick with me. I'm pumped to have him along, as I've done basketball by myself pretty much the last couple of years. But again, for the last time on this station this season until next year. But guys, look, as it ended, it'll turn around and be here right before you know it. It'll be time for jamborees again.
Yes, sir.
So for Derrick Lee, Mr. Mike Iles, and Roger Boland back in studio, I'm Sean Larken. Thank you for listening. Congratulations to the Dragons on a great season. Everyone have a safe weekend for the final time on KROK 97.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Go
Happy Black
Dragons.
Friday.
Happy good Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving. Go Dragons. Have a good night.